Gino, you know what the big problem is?
I know what, I just told you what the problem is. Are you deaf?
Your addiction to pornography.
Okay, seriously guys, how many times a week do you think Gino cranks his meat to his ex? His ex is a corn star for everyone that doesn't know. Her name is Lindsay Ryder. Fun fact of the day, Lindsay met Gino on a sugar baby dating site around year 2015. So it wasn't just Jasmine, the spicy Latina mommy, that met Gino on a sugar baby dating site. It was also Lindsay. In fact, if we open up our handy dandy Gino's dating history handbook, we can see that there's a lot of relationships that he's entered as a customer. Before we saw Gino, everyone's favorite simp on 90 Day Fiancé, he was a customer of Lindsay's at the strip club she worked at. So Lindsay's minding her own business, and here comes Gino, the splendid daddy disguising himself as a sugar daddy that promises to financially put her on and give her a place to live. Why don't you move in with me until you get enough money to get on your own 2 feet and I'll take care of you. I'm such a swell guy, I spoil all my sugar babies. So Lindsay became his girlfriend, she moved in with him, but over time she got the ick more and more because she realized that Gino, contrary to how he presents himself, is a very sneaky guy, and he's also the kind of guy that offers to pay for everything and then goes back on his word later and tries to hold money over girls' heads. Even though I entered this relationship as a customer, I'll pay for this, but you need to do this, this, and this for me, or else no deal. There's that old saying, history repeats itself, and we can see it's so true given the current status of Jasmine and Gino's relationship. And here's the thing, Sots, Jasmine is in no way, shape, or form an angel. She has a history of saying very mean things to Gino, of physically attacking Gino. She's a dog water mother. The list goes on and on. However, I am very happy that she brought up Gino's corn addiction and their intimacy issues that are happening because of the addiction. And she had enough restraint to not mention his corn addiction in front of his family, even though he's the one that brought up their intimacy issues. That could have been the ultimate killer death blow if she brought that up and threw that in his face, and she chose to show restraint. And it's a good thing that she's bringing up these uncomfortable topics that Gino wants to run away from. It is ridiculous and very disrespectful to not see your woman for a very long time because you live in the United States, she lives in Panama, and then when you first arrive there, instead of satisfying your woman in the bedroom, you're in the bathroom jerking off to corn to strangers on the internet, and then you have the audacity to try and tell the audience you're not addicted.
I'm not addicted to porn. Have I watched porn before? Yes, but I'm not addicted to it. She thinks I'm addicted to porn because I'm not being intimate with her. She wants to put the blame on me.
Ew, Jasmine, you want to bang my brains out? That's disgusting. Why would I do that when there's corn on my phone? How does that make sense after dropping thousands and thousands of dollars at the Build-A-Bitch workshop in order to buy all this cosmetic surgery for your girl? You would rather jerk off to corn on your phone. Did Jasmine want to get all these cosmetic procedures? Absolutely, but how much of that was influenced by Gino? A whole lot, and we can see that by how he said on the tell-all, she could have got bigger, I'm a big butt guy, what can I say, haha.
Gino, do you think she got the right size?
At least.
I like bigger.
Clearly.
He's an ass.
I like big booty. What can I say?
That was disgusting because you should make your wife feel like she's beautiful the way she is and she doesn't need to get all these cosmetic surgeries. But I'm not surprised because you're the kind of guy that was still chasing after his ex after the relationship was over. For months, you're sending messages into the void. Are you doing corn now? Is that true? Hey, what's up? Hey, I met this girl Jasmine and she's in love with me and we're gonna build a life together. You were trying to prove to this woman how happy you were with Jasmine, yet you're sending nudes of Jasmine, your woman, to your ex who doesn't care and is unbothered. Gino's also very comfortable lying to Jasmine, and we can see that by how he didn't tell her about his bachelor party at the strip club. She had to find out from one of his family members. When Jasmine found out that her husband Gino didn't tell her about the strip club, what did she do? She walked in the room to confront him about that, and he had a very dismissive attitude, like her feelings didn't matter and he couldn't understand why she was mad at him. He kept saying that it's a bachelor party, it's normal for guys to go on bachelor parties and get strippers in their... Is it normal for men when they're planning on marrying a woman to go to a strip club and touch other women? That makes no sense. And here's the thing, maybe a bunch of years ago, and even present day, I'm sure that that's seen as normal for some people. That is not seen as normal by everybody. Fast forward to the tell-all from that season, Jasmine was hysterically crying watching Gino grope the strippers, and what was he doing? He was laughing hysterically and smiling. He was so happy to get revenge on her.
Looks like a fun night, Gino.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a bachelor party. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
That is so disrespectful, and that's what we know about. Imagine what we don't know about. And here's the thing, is Jasmine's relationship with her ex or customer Dane inappropriate? Absolutely. But she didn't start using him to try and make Gino jealous until Gino broke the circle of trust first. And what did he do? He involved his ex Lindsay in their relationship by reaching out to her and seeking her attention. And when Jasmine was freaking out about the strip club bachelor party situation, a lot of fans wrote her off and said that she was being over dramatic, and I understand that. However, given Gino's history, he was sending dancers emails like, "From Gino, sent February 2nd, 2017. I wish that I could have seen and touched your new boobs before all this happened, Jay. I mean, not in the strip club either, but in private, if you know what I mean. Hee hee." Yo, you guys, I feel so bad for Lindsay. I'm sure when she first received this email, she thought to herself, I cannot believe that I gave this crumb an ounce of my time and affection. He is so creepy. Lindsay responded, "I have no way of blocking you from emailing me, or I would have done that previously. I honestly do not give one single fuck about you or your pathetic pay for dating life, Gino. I have said this so many times, I am not sure what you don't understand about it. If anything, I feel sorry for you. Bye." Gino then responded, "Yes, but I give bonuses to girls that I trust and are worthy of it, or take them shopping just because. I do pay $300 for a sleepover type situation." Smiling emoji. "A pic is worth 1,000 words." And then he sent her a picture of him and her. This is so creepy. I can't even believe you're in the DMs emailing a girl this type of nonsense that wants nothing to do with you. Good news, everyone. ET posted a clip of the next episode. Let's watch it together as a family.
Why the beauty pageant is not a priority? It is important for me.
No, I've always told you I wanted you to go to the
Yeah,
beauty pageant.
but you are not paying for it. Like, you know what? I give
Well,
up
I
on it.
spoke to my Uncle Marco today.
And you were talking about me as usual.
Are you gonna let me speak?
Wow, Chica, so what you're saying is kids beauty pageant. Obviously, your son lives with the dad for a reason. Also, the funniest part about this clip for me is that we already know what Gino's gonna say. "Jasmine, I managed to scrounge up the money for the beauty pageant because I canceled half of my OnlyFans subscriptions." Just jokes, but in order to be the hero of his own story, he needs to create a crisis, which is, "I don't know if we have the money for the beauty pageant." Bro, you've had the money for the beauty pageant this entire time.
You know, he felt that, you know, I should sign you up for the pageant.
As we can see, Sucks, Jasmine's entire demeanor changes when she gets what she wants. Gino goes on to say that he paid the $1,200 on his credit card. And it's safe to assume that Gino's bringing up the full amount of the beauty pageant in order to sear into Jasmine's brain that he is being a good provider because he's giving her what she wants, especially because in the last episode, she was flaming him for being a bad provider.
I paid the fee. It's already paid for now. But, you know, I also have some expectations too for you.
Okay, this right here is so on brand for Gino. Jasmine was originally gushing. She thought that he was doing this out of the goodness of his heart. He made some realizations and this was gonna be no strings attached. Not the case, right? Gino, of course, wants something in return. It's so jokes that Gino's viewing this as a favor for favor situation. Meanwhile, Jasmine's looking at him like, dude, you are my ATM.
So a couple things I would like you to do is not to start arguments with me.
Why does Gino sound like he's about to cry here? Also, to correct him, the past 2 episodes, Jasmine didn't start arguments with him. She was trying to hold him accountable because originally he encouraged her to enter the beauty pageant only to try and use that and the money for it as leverage to hold it over her head later and go back on his word.
And the second thing is I would like you not to say hurtful things to me when we are arguing.
I don't start arguments.
Yet, Jasmine,
You continue arguing, and
Gino,
that's the problem.
Gino,
Okay, Jasmine, I agree to pay for the beauty pageant, but you can't talk about my corn addiction anymore. Jokes aside, this is a huge mental hurdle that Gino has to overcome if he wants a healthy relationship with anybody. He perceives everything as an attack. It's not an attack. If anything, it's someone that's being brutally honest with you in order to resolve an issue that you sweep under the rug. Your corn addiction is a relationship ruiner. If you feel the need to jerk off to strangers on the internet over a real life girl that's on the bed naked that wants to get dicked down, yeah, bro, you got problems.
your problem with sex started long before you ever met me.
No.
He was too busy trying to save face when he should have said, you know what, babe? I'm so sorry. I did struggle with that in the past and I still have a lot of issues to work out. I'm gonna get therapy for that, but I want you to know something. You're the most beautiful girl in the world, in my world, and I'm gonna show you through my words and actions that I am devoted to you and only you. You play some Barry White, some Billy Ocean, take her in the bedroom and clap her cheeks like the cheeks have never been clapped before, and I promise she would not only look at you differently, but treat you differently. And if you actually tackled the issue with seriousness and tried to fix yourself and your mind, you would be in a better place. But guess what? Everything I just said, let's just sweep it under the rug with the corn addiction, because what does Gino do? He throws a little sissy fit and he runs away in the house like a coward. Another thing that's worth mentioning is that Gino quit his job around the same time that Jasmine started making money on OnlyFans, so I'm not sure if he's seeing any of that money or not. Either way though, that goes against the narrative that they're trying to portray on the show, so I doubt it's going to be brought up. We all saw a huge shift in the relationship dynamic when Jasmine started earning her own money on OnlyFans, because it showed her that she doesn't need Gino anymore. And what did he do to attract her in the first place? Threw money at her. On one of Jasmine's new Instagram posts, her new boo Matt commented, "Looking clean and all Gene, fire emoji, hot emoji, heart emoji, melt emoji." Jasmine responded by tagging him, throwing up a smile cover face emoji, and then writing #blushed. Alas, what a headache. Walk me through this, Jasmine. So you were an American literature teacher for 16 years in Panama, but you're responding publicly with hashtags? I'm disappointed.
You never listen.
Yes, I do.
For example, look like with the beauty pageant, which I really appreciate. Uncle Marco convincing you. It takes your family, always third parties.
No, it doesn't
Okay,
take
then
them.
I'm here.
He reminded me.
There you go.
Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. It is a good point to bring up. It's very strange that Gino's 54 years old, but has to constantly seek out his family's advice for how to treat a woman. Gino also makes this face I call the sad clown Gino frown. It's so annoying when he tries to place himself in the victim position. Also, something I forgot to bring up in the last video is, Gino, when you marry a woman with kids, those kids become your kids. So you should already plan for the possibility of bringing those kids to the United States. You dropped the ball with the paperwork and the lawyer fees and all that, but it really begs the question, did you have serious intentions on bringing her kids to the United States in the first place? Was that not in the plan? There's a lot of loopholes in this storyline, right? I'm 100% sure that if Marco didn't put pressure on Gino to pay for the pageant, he wouldn't have done it by himself. Very interesting to see her go this hard for the beauty pageant and not the legal fees in order to bring her kids to the United States, which were amounting to $5,000 roughly. Meanwhile, the beauty pageant is $1,200. Jasmine goes on to say something really funny, and that's that what Gino's doing is manipulative psychology that's used on dogs. But what she fails to recognize is that in the past, she has manipulated this man as well, and she usually manipulates him into getting what she wants. So it's very hypocritical of her to say this. Let me know what you think about this dog water couple in the comments below. Also, if you got some spare coin, please check out our Yourwetsock channel membership program for the custom emojis, the exclusive content, all ad-free videos. 10 out of 10, totally worth.